Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show, and by the looks of it, it's summer, and we've got the bikes for summer with Park City Bike Demos, and that's why Andre Shoumatoff is here. Welcome, sir, to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Wow, road bikes.
Yeah.
But, you know, for the uninitiated,
Yep.
you might look at these and say, these don't look like road bikes. They kind of look a little more mountain bikey, but
Yeah.
road bikes have changed a lot.
Yeah, and that's why I brought these for here. They've shifted quite a bit, and a lot of people don't know that. I think in mountain bikes with disc brakes and shifting changes and wheel sizes and things like that, it's been a pretty big difference.
Yeah, and the road bikes have changed with them.
Yeah, it turns out it's the same with road bikes too, and a lot of people don't know that. So a lot of people are riding like 07, 08 bikes, 10 years old. Good bikes, but kind of yesterday's technology, way more painful mostly.
Yeah.
They're just stiff.
I'm not just in yesterday's technology, I'm in last century's technology. I think I'm riding something the Wright brothers built.
Right.
Right? I mean, it's really old.
Yeah.
So it's
Well,
about
I
time.
know from experience, because when I first started riding, you know, just like anyone, I think I bought a 02 or 03 bike off of KSL, and then as I progressed, I was like, holy cow, there's a pretty major difference here.
Right.
So yeah.
And that's really what kind of got you into the industry, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. To let people try some of this cool stuff and make it work as both demos as well as sales. So,
Well, speaking of that, this is your bike. This is your personal one
yeah,
right
this
here.
is my personal one. I'm a big dude, and
Why the seat's so high.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just the bike is quite large, and yeah, and so these are actually the same bike, which is really interesting.
Okay.
And this is our best seller. It's called a Argon 18, and the bike is called a Krypton X Road.
Wow.
So it's a gravel bike. And I was going through the geometry, things like that, and I was like, wow, the geometry is a lot like endurance bike or more comfort oriented, ride it for 100 miles,
Wow.
things like that. So I experimented with switching different wheels. These are the ones in the back, and the ones in the bike in the front are the wheels that come with it.
Right.
But I put road wheels on it, and it is a phenomenal road bike. And
How
so
about that?
we send people out in both setups, and this is our best-selling bike.
Well, I can see why. This is a really, I mean, when you look at it, rock solid.
Yeah,
It's got all the
exactly.
things you need.
Yeah.
Disc brakes.
Yeah,
for
disc
one thing.
brakes. Yep, exactly.
Huge difference. Now, I got to say, I'm still old school, and I'm like, where's my handle here, right? 'Cause
Right.
You had that, remember, you had that bar.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
gone.
Yep.
Yeah, so you got to get used to getting in the bike, in the riding position.
Yep,
right?
exactly.
And be ready to ride.
Yep.
So that's a little different. But
Yeah.
as you mentioned, I mean, the other things that we could talk about that are different here, the type of, you know, maybe whether we're using clips or not, there's all kinds of different things, right?
So there's three big things on road bikes that have come around. And
Okay.
so the number one by far, and all four of these bikes are this way, so these are
Okay.
two BMCs and these are two Argons, is that they've redesigned the bike so that the front part has a big thick front, the head tube.
Big stem, yeah.
This is called the down tube, and
Okay.
that's huge and fat, and then these are called chainstays, and those are huge and fat too. So basically you get this big stiff pedaling platform, so the bikes like don't sway or shift or any of that stuff when you're
wow.
pedaling anymore, so they're much
Okay.
more efficient. So this bike here, even though it's a heavy duty one with disc brakes and a little bit of extra weight, is probably as fast as like some of the race bikes just a few years ago, just because that pedaling platform is so much better.
Some great design by the Canadians right here. This is
Yeah,
Canadian
exactly.
design.
Canadian design. This is Argon 18, named after Argon, the element. Pro Racers brand. Canadian dollar is weak against the American dollar right now, so you just get a ton of bang for your buck.
Bargain bike.
Yeah, so even though this bike looks super expensive and sexy, it's actually pretty well priced by like bike standards. So this crazy high-end one with electronic shifting and pretty much the top tier of everything is like $4,300, and
Wow.
probably be like 65 from, you know, similarly priced bike from Europe or something like
Right.
that.
So definitely saving by using some Canadian, you know, some
Yeah,
American
exactly.
dollars in Canada.
Yeah, and this is the
All right.
team that Team Astana, which was Lance Armstrong's last team. This is the bike that they're riding now.
Wow.
So pretty cool. So anyways, yeah, the first thing is that, and that's basically, so it has that big stiff lower platform, but up high it has a thin designed to flex platform. And in this case, they gave it a name. It's called horizontal dual system. And we actually call it that for all of these bikes, even though these guys are the only guys to officially give it a name that we know of. So when you get on them, they're actually like comfortable. You can ride all day, and even the race bike. So that's the famous BMC.
Attention to these.
Yeah, that's the famous BMC race bike. It's the same thing. It has these thin chain stays designed to flex
down tube is enormous, though, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
And that's for pedaling and all that stuff. So that's the primary technology. The second is disc brakes, and the third is electronic shifting. So these two are mechanical, awesome, great, lightweight, and these two have electronic shifting. So what that means is that instead of when you shift it, you just push a little button and it moves the rear shifter.
How about that?
Yeah, isn't that crazy? And then the biggest thing is it lets it talk to the front and rear, so it'll auto-correct and things like that. So, and you only have to charge it maybe 2 times a summer, something like that.
Impressive.
Yeah,
wow.
Isn't that cool? And so that's what the pros use as well.
Well, I can see why. I'd like to have the electronic shifting in my bike.
Yeah.
I have it in my car. It's only fair.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Wow. This is still, with manual shifting though, some people prefer that. To me, that doesn't, I'd rather have the other, but.
Yeah.
But I suppose for some people who really want to feel like they have control of the bike.
Yeah, you can really feel like the nuances of shifting. I guess it is sort of like a manual transmission.
Yeah.
And I love manuals and cars.
If you're all about the speed and you want to get into it fast, maybe, I guess that's the point.
Yeah, you can feel the little nuances of it shifting, but that one is just, the electronic is just precision, and it just goes right there. There's no delay, any of that. So I would say 9 out of 10 times electronic shifting is a little bit better, and a lot of people haven't tried it. They're like, okay, that's interesting. Is it worth it? And so that's why we have them.
Can I get that on my mountain bike too?
You can, yeah. And so Shimano is the market leader for electronic shifting. A couple other companies recently have come out with it. But I'd say 9 out of 10 bikes that are set up are Shimano. So they rolled it in XTR, their top, their top group 2 years ago. And then last year to XT, which is their sort of second to top, which is, we call it like working man's bling or whatever. Most of us ride the XT, and you can try it on mountain. It works great also.
That's the whole point of this, and we only have a moment or two left, so I want to talk about that.
Yeah.
The fact that you can demo all of these bikes and really get a feel for what setup works best for you.
Exactly, and so the way it works with us is that you can demo as much as you want, up to $600, and if you buy a bike, any bike, up to 6 months, and it doesn't even have to be for you. It could be for your wife or a friend. Right. You get all that credit back.
Wow.
So it's like pre-buying your bike, and then you can try the one that you want to do. So it works pretty well.
Yeah, so lots of choices. This is just a tiny margin of what is available. Yeah. You look at the vast picture of what Park City Bike Demos has. Yeah. There's a whole lot more to look at.
Yeah, we have 65 bikes right now, so it's a little bit lower than our normal. I think we have another 20 or 30 bikes coming within the next month or so, which is crazy as the season starts getting really crazy.
Yeah, so really get right into the biking time.
Yeah.
Well, as always, I'm excited about this. Where do people go if they want to feel that too, if they want to get on a bike and find out what fits them?
Yeah, so we online on our website, well, one, come to our store, which is on Kearns, right around the corner, right next to Wells Fargo.
You see the big trucks outside that say Park City Bike Demos.
Yep, exactly.
That's where you started, and that's where they're at. It's easy to find.
Yep, exactly. And so we have our whole showroom, and our staff is there and can help you out. But also online, we have really good guides, so you can go and read about all the different bikes and all that stuff. ParkCityBikeDemos.com.
Gives you a good idea to kind of where you want to start when you get there to the showroom. Start looking at some of the things that are going to make your biking comfortable, and that's where we get with you, and you help us with that part too, making sure the size fits. Because as I started looking at manufactured bikes as opposed to handmade bikes, which I had the opportunity to see a couple weeks ago. It is all about the fit. If the fit is wrong, you're not going to enjoy the ride.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, and so our staff can get you helped out with that too, and it depends how far do you want to take the fit thing, because we can put hours into it and literally get it down to a science. There's different cool stuff on bikes too that really help with fit. A lot of new stuff too that's really kind of cool, and totally different than even like 7 years ago, 8 years ago.
We got to remember, not only are some people smaller and taller, some people have longer legs than others.
Yep.
So there's all kinds of differences there. But check out Park City Bike Demos. Get out and try several of them. Find what fits you and get on it and ride. It's time for summer. We got a lot more coming up here on the Mountain Morning Show. Music for summer and a whole lot more right after this.